So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much, Nikki, straight from Florida. And how about a nice hand for your quick qualifiers and everyone with us this evening as Miller Beer, proudly sponsoring another race program here at Columbus 151 Speedway. First time I've almost made that mistake this season. And this is your last chance to sign up for the rollover contest. You need to see the birthday boy, Ralph Breinig, down there at the pit shack. Here we go. Vanowski working up on the inside. Paula straight. Oh, bumping and banging through 3 and 4. Vanowski. Yellow flag is out. Yellow's out. And we'll go to a complete restart. Gonna try it again. Gary's gonna drop the leash. Higgins gets the hole shot. Oh, Ben Monday gets a little loose. Into 21. Paula straight in the P9 is your leader. Here comes Brittany. Boys in car number 71. Vanowski in the 84 trying to work the inside of Carlin. Carlin slamming the door. Neil Higgins out of Watertown looking to the outside of Columbus's. Paula straight. Paula's up the track. Here comes Brittany out of Marshall. 3 wide for 4th. Richard Boyce is up to 4th. Paula Straight is your leader in the P9. Higgins still working the outside of car number 80. Richard Boyce on the outside of his daughter, taking over 3rd. Five laps will be in this time by 3 to go. Neil Higgins is your leader. Richard Boyce and Paula trade a little paint. We're going to have 2 laps to go. Boyce trying to find a way past the 80 of Higgins. Oh, the 38 of Carlin just about takes it off the turn 2 wall. Surrender flag's going to fly. 1 to go. It's American versus foreign. Out of turn number 2, Higgins trying to hold off the foreign product of the 17 of Boyce. Here they come on a turn number 4. Down the front, show your winner's gonna be the Dodge of Higgins over Boyce. Dan Oski, Boyce, and any day but Monday in car number 21. Coming home your winner. His first win ever in a race car. Drive the TNS Auto Recycling, Crokeville Oasis, Scott Null Racing, Topol's Towing and Repair, number 80. Out of Watertown, Uncle Neil Higgins. Turn number 4, here we go. Well, Draheim a little loose into 1 and 2. Bristol's going to be early leader. Draheim runs second. Bristol's your leader over the 74 of Draheim. Then it's Spry. Tiffany dive bombs it into 3 and 4 on the inside, trying to move into 5th. Osberg in the Halloween machine, number 4, is running 4th. Tiffany Destralis looks to the inside of Osberg. Here comes Spry for 2nd. Tim Bristol is your leader. Draheim way up into the marbles. Ryder. And the 4 Belgium trade a little paint. Hot dog wrapper comes out of the 66. Bristol is still your leader. 4 laps will be in, 4 to go. Charlie Spry runs 2nd. Young Tiffany Destralis looking to the inside of Charlie as he enters into turn number 3. Tiffany's going to put it in there. And they pirouette everybody. Oh my! It looked like miracles on ice there for a second with all the pirouetting going on. They say who's involved? Everybody but the 71. Well, Tiffany got worked over pretty good last Friday night, and she goes to the inside of the 33. Come on, Rick. See, Rick's pretty smart. Here we go, racing for the final 4. Bristol is your leader. In the condiment package number 71. The 4 of Ostberger right behind him. Belgium runs in 3rd. Ryder trying to look to the inside of Belgium for 3rd. Into turn number 3, they touch a little bit. Ryder almost taking the air off the rear trunk lid. Belgium holds on to that spot. Tiffany moves back into 5th. Your leader continues to be the 71 of Tim Bristol. Bristol's up the track. Here comes Osberg to the inside. Surrender flag flies. 1 to go. Bristol tries to slam the door into 1 and 2. Popping out of turn number 2. Down the back 40. They're going to go. 1 final. Oh, Belgium just about gets up in the 66. Bristol retakes the lead. Here comes a 4. Out of turn number 4. They're going to grind on each other. Your winners, Bristol. Followed by Osberg, Ryder, Desjarlis, Belgium, and that 17 dude of Durham. Coming home your winner of the 2nd heat event for the Bandits. Driving the Fox Music Best Ceilings and Studs, number 71. Out of Watertown, Tim Bristol, Motor Speedway. Number 2 is Ryan Etzel, 21, Randy Mott. That's your top 5 right now. Hart looking to the inside for second, trying to break up the family affair of Waters. Oh, little booty time to the 22, courtesy of the 77. Oh, toink, toink, toink. Boy, that 77's got something against red bumpers tonight. Rodney Bunts runs third. Oh, Weaver trying to make it 3 deep, just about in the back 40. The wild one in the orange machine back there. Kerrigan runs 5th. Here comes Kyle Riedner. Trying to work over Etzel. Weaver way up the track. Kyle Waters is your leader over the 22 of Hart. Rodney runs 3rd, followed by Waters. And then it's the 5 of Kerrigan and the wild one, Kyle Riedner. It's all Kyle Waters. Surrender flag's going to fly, this time by Munt trying to make a move on Hart. Hart trying to close in on the 7 Waters. He's within a car length with 1 to go. Down the backstretch, they're going to go once again. Hart within striking distance. But your winner's going to be Waters, followed by Hart, Munt, Waters, and Kerrigan. Winner of heat race number 3 for the Bandits in the BP Phillips Trucking Vicks Auto Upholstery number 7. Out of Sun Prairie, it's Kyle Waters. Here we go. Patfield gets the jump in the black number 3. The Stracy brothers battle it out for second down the backstretch. Bleeker way high at car number 98, trying to get it done 3 wide. The ladies trying to move up to the field. That's the 05 of Smith, giving the 48 the business, throwing the frying pan at him. Meanwhile, she goes into the spin cycle. Ashley stalled now, moving. Patfield is your leader over Cody Stracy. Bleeker on the outside of Privet for 3rd, down the front stretch. They battle for that spot. Here comes DiStefano in car number 2. Bleeker's up to 3rd. Patfield still your leader. Cody Stracy runs 2nd. 3 laps to go. The high roller holding off the youngster Cody Stracy. Stracy a little high out of turn number 4. Bleeker starting to close in for 2nd. DiStefano's up to fourth. Privet holds on to fifth with 1 to go. Tina Remzik in her purple number 98 trying to break into the top 5 one more time. Into 3 they go. Here they come. It's the high roller Rory Patfield over Stracy Bleeker, DiStefano, and Privet. Winner of the final heat event for the Rabbits. Driving the Newville Auto Salvage Parkside Pub. Burton Elk Farm, Lefty Lexington, Rec Room, Reverend Jim's number 3 Ford Porb. Out of the Rolling Hills of Stoughton, the high roller Rory Patfield. Here we go for 8. Down the back stretch here, gonna go. Fake Newton is here later. Schneeberg thinking about 3 wide. Beth Goodwin. Lighting them up out of turn number 2. Newton up the track. Here comes nobody. Yellow flag is out. The car number 11 not quite having the turning radius of a bandit. That's Beth Goodwin. We're going to take this one from the top. Everybody's pretty much in their spots. Taking this one right from the top. Hopefully the boys and lady. Everybody should know where they're going from. You see them patting themselves. Railey gets the early lead. Steven Sauer, third generation driver out of Waterloo, looks to the outside of Jefferson's Nick Fig Newton for second. Newton running second, Railey out like a rabbit. In car number 14. We're going to be halfway through 4 and 4 to go. It's Railey over Newton, then Sauer. Hebel runs fourth. Johnny Robinson the second in car number 99. Looks to the outside of the X75 for fifth. Robinson the second moves into fifth. Beth Goodwin going to go a lap down. Sauer still holds on to third. Hebel in the A1 looking to the outside over turn number 4. Hebel making it stick down low with 1 to go. Johnny Robinson the second trying to get to the auxiliary ignition box. Can't do it for the final lap. Jimmy Robinson moves into fifth. Your winner out of turn number 4 is going to be Andy Railey, followed by Newton, Hebel, Sauer, and Jimmy Robinson Jr. rounds out your top 5. Winner of heat race number 1 for the Hobby Stocks in the Vita Plus, Kirchberg Repair, Rusty's Bar and Grill, Gunther Farms, JP Crate, AKA Racing. Also, special thanks to Mommy and Daddy number 14 out of Fall River, Andy Railey. On the pole for your second and final. Here we go. 8 laps of racing, second Hobby Stock. Heat event of the evening. Coletta Dennis Smith Jr. battling out Big Tiny looking to the inside. Thinks better of it. They're 3 deep for 4th. Storkson looking to be the odd man out way, way high. Storkson staying with it though in the 94-1. Mike the Spike running the rim here at Columbus 151 Speedway. They jam up out of 2. Pashley gonna stick it right in there in car number 62. Harklow gets loose. They're jammed up out of turn number 4. Yellow flag comes out. Here we go for the final 7. Larry Moen in the white number 10 works the outside of Coletta Gomes for 4th. Larry garnishes that spot down the backstretch. Dennis Smith Jr. out of Beloit. Wisconsin is your leader. Harklow a little bit loose out of turn number 4. Here comes Mike the Spike to the outside of him. Spike working the outside. Keyser moves into 5th. Dennis Smith Jr. continues to lead, but he's got some big dogs barking at the back porch. Here comes Moen, the President Keyser wanting to join the Tea Party. Dennis Smith Jr. in the 08 continues to lead first night up for the 08. Now they're 3 wide down the backstretch. Moen trying to stick it in there. The 94-1 up into the 3rd groove. Smith with a little contact from the 99. Oh, sparks flying into 1. Door handle to door handle beating on each other like running mules. Keyser saying, I'll go 3 wide. Here comes Dorn. Oh, awful loose is a 99. It's a jailbreak. Surrender flag flies. Storkson off the front shoe wall. This is good stuff. Harklow, your leader, down the backstretch. 1 final time into 3. Moen still trying to put it in there. Your winner is going to be Harklow over Keyser, Moen, Smith, and Doran. Woo! That's my type of racing right there. Gotta like that one. I've even got goosebumps. That was excellent. Coming home, your winner driving car number 99. This will be Gary Harklow out of Madison, surviving that 8-lap event. Gary's Monte Carlo is sponsored by Coletta's House, Patches Bar, and Harklow Racing. Don't forget, never a cover at Patches. At least I remember it being announced like that back in '89. Go for 10. Oh, Bobby Bishofberger with problems in the 01. Roarback into 4. Keep an eye on those 2 cars going into turn number 3. Todd's going to try to come back to the outside of Roarback. Your leader is Larry Moen in car number 10. Weatherwax out of Cambria. Works the outside of John Remsnick for 2nd. Weatherwax is up to 2nd. Chico working the outside of Remsick. Meanwhile, Weatherwax closing in on Larry Moen. 4 laps to go. Dale's on the move. Chico moves into third. Remsick back to fourth. Rohrbeck trying to move into fifth in car number 99. Here comes Weatherwax within 2 car lengths into turn number 1. Two laps to go. Here comes Weatherwax. Dale right in the rear bumper out of turn number 2. Gary Ziegler, white flag in hand. He's going to give her a whirl this time by. 1 to go. Weatherwax peaks high. Now, trying to look to the inside, maybe out of 2, nothing doing. Schwartz on the outside of Remsick. Checker flag's gonna fly. Your winner is gonna be Moen over Weatherwax. Chico. Then it's Remsick and Schwartz rounds out your top 5. Winner of heat race number 1. Winner heat race number 1 for the Street Stocks, driving out of Madison, Larry Moen. That Jimmy Pankow Motorsports Oldsmobile Cutlass is brought to you by Star Packaging, Jefferson Chiropractic Care Center, Firestone Huffman & Company, Flatbed Graphics, and MarkDTaylor.com. All on the side of that number 10 of Larry Moen. 10 minutes left in the Beaver Dam Humane Society 50-50 raffle draw. Here we go. Mad Dog gets the jump on Morris. Chris Mad Dog Earhart is your leader over Kenny Morris. Ricky Bishofberger trying to work the inside in car number 20. Ricky and Morris get together slightly down the front to Kenny. Falls back to third. Here comes Craig Oliver in car number 2. Chris Mad Dog Earhart floats up the track, pushes like a dump truck. Ricky Bishofberger trying to work on the number 6 of Mad Dog Earhart. First night out in the 05 season for the 6 of Earhart. Obviously ill handling. Ricky Bishofberger moves into the lead out of turn number 2. Craig Oliver in 2, along with Kyle Taylor in 4th. Craig Oliver, former track champion in the street stock division. Oh, gets a little booty time with the 14. Here comes Bud Riedner in the shaggin' wagon, looking to the inside of Taylor. Taylor up the track. Kevin Anderson runs 5th, followed by Linder in 6th. Six laps will be in. Anderson moves into 4th. Linder trying to break into the top 5. Grant goes to the inside of Taylor's 4th Thunderbird. Bishofberger is still your leader. Craig Oliver trying to peek to the outside. Linder's up to 5th. Surrender flag's gonna fly. 1 to go. Bishofberger still your leader. Oliver right there. Down the back stretch, they're gonna go one final time. Oliver looks to the outside into turns 3 and 4. Down the front they come. It's Ricky Bishofberger over Oliver, Riedner, Anderson, and Grant Linder. Coming home your winner. Driving the American pre-finishing Badger transmission, the welding shop number 20. Out of Fort Atkinson, third generation driver Ricky Bishofberger. Bring him to the green. Green's out. Lyle Style. Big time handling problems during qualifying. Let's see if he can keep it straight for 10 laps. He is your early leader over Delbert Descharles. It's all Kyle Charlesberg. Steven Schlesser looking to the outside. Delbert holds on to second. Delbert Descharles waiting about 10 years to join the senior pro circuit on a PGA tour. Delbert, a pretty good golfer in his own rights. Lyle Style moving into his own area code in car number 87. Delbert still holds on to second. Visiting driver Joel Singson in car number 53. Battles with Schlesser. Joel will probably be happy to know that they pay cash here at Columbus 151 Speedway. Singson working the inside. Mike Hale moves into third. Ed Wolf, the third, is up to fourth. Schlesser moves by the 8 of Delbert Descharles for fifth. One to go. Hale trying to hold on to third. Your winner's Lyle Style, followed by Joel Singson. Then it's Hale, Wolf the third, Schlesser, and Delbert Descharles. Delbert might be leaking a little bit of oil out of that number 8. They're going to check him over. Well, after trying out every groove during his qualifying, even doing a 360, he pulls it down into the Miller Lite Victory Lane, driving the Direct Network, Sports Page, Bar and Grill, Whitewater Tax Service, Hair Expression, Ken Olson Used Cars, TNT Stone Company, Dan's Gas and Stuff, Amundsen Huffman Insurance. Robin Charlesberg prepared, number 87, out of Cambridge, Lyle Style, Kyle Charlesberg. There's Lyle. Here we go. No start, says your flag man. No go. Start this one from the top once again. Lineup looks good. Straight from the top, 27's your front row, 76-40, 18-9, 81-4. Tyler James out of Oconomowoc is your leader over Fort Atkinson's Ron Bishofberger. Andy Wentz up to third. Here comes Gassard on the inside. Gassard's into fourth. Tyler James holding up veteran driver Bishofberger. Then we got Wendt, Gassard, and Toma rounding out your top 5. Bishofberger looks to the inside. James slams the door into 1 and 2. Bishofberger trying to hawk and dock the youngster Tyler James. Here comes Andy Went, letting her all hang out. Gasser looking to the inside of Went for third. Andy trying to regroup. 5 laps will be in, 5 to go. Bishofberger going back to work on the 27 of James. Ron looks to the outside. James floats up the track a little bit once again. Gasserud and Andy Went battle it up for third, followed by Tomo, Retallick, Patrick, and Braxma. Andy Went goes to the outside of Bishofberger with 2 to go. Went trying to regroup after that power slide up in 3 and 4 about 5 laps ago. Went working the outside in his number 18 with 1 to go. Down the backstretch, they're going to go one final time. It's all Tyler James. Your winner is going to be Tyler James, followed by Bishofberger. Went 81 of Gasserud, and the 4 of Tomo rounds out your top 5. Winner of heat race number 2 for your late models. Driving the Economowoc Airport, RCL Cutters, SNS Research, Cityscape, Tubes R Us, 5-Star Fireworks, Chevy Monte Carlo out of by Ken No More Walk, Wisconsin. It's Tyler James. Third and final 10-lap Liminal Heat event of the evening will line up like this. On the pole, number 41, Mike Taylor. On the outside of him, last Friday night's feature winner, number 39, Tim Moen. Heat event of the evening is underway. Mike Taylor in his Ford Thunderbird. He is your leader. Dean Schultz in car number 34 goes to the inside of Woolen for second. Taylor is your leader. Kurt Clapper out of Dean in his black number 7 works the inside. Taylor is your leader over Schultz, Clapper, Woolen, and Wilkie. 5 will be in. 5 to go. Mike Taylor trying to hold off Dean Schultz. Just about into the month of August. Points very, very valuable. Each and every one. Schultz within 100 points of the point lead. Trying to garnish the heat win. Taylor leads him down the backstretch once again. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Taylor crosses over the front end of Schultz. Schultz trying to peek to the outside. Clapper moves up on the inside in his black number 7. Wilkie runs 4th. Sivero trying to break into the top 5 with 1 to go. Down the backstretch out of 2. Taylor still your leader. Clapper right there. Off the track, Taylor goes. He's your winner over Clapper, Schultz, Wilkie. And a 61 of Jerry Eckhart rounds out your top 5. Winner of your final heat event for your late models. Driving the family and friends, modern plastic design, sunny sports bar, Ford Thunderbird out of Stoughton, Mr. Mike Taylor. Last name spelled Taylor. To move on, here we go. Semi-feature drivers get to the line now. They're splitting the difference on Paula's straight top to move on out of this one. Brittany's your new leader over Paula. Then it's Neil Higgins. Brittany's your leader over Higgins. Then it's Richard Boyce, Nate Lacey. Every which way but loose through 1 and 2 that time. Ben Monday runs fourth. 4 laps will be in, 4 to go. Brittany leading her dad, Richard. Ben, any day but Monday, holds on to 4th. Carlin Voigt runs 5th. Lacey moves into 6th with 2 to go. Your winner is going to be Brittany Boyce over Richard Boyce. Then it's Higgins. Followed by Ben any day but Monday in car number 21, Carlin Voigt, Lacey, and Paula Straight in the P9er. Out of Marshall down there in Victory Lane, it's Brittany Boyce. Hopefully it makes it a little closer. Here we go. Lyle Style gets the whole shot. Schlosser to the outside of Delbert. Lyle Stiles, your leader, sitting, they're 3 deep going into 3. Everybody gets through safely. Here comes Ed Wolf the third, looking to the inside. Eddie going for the final transfer spot, moves by Schlesser. Lyle Stiles still your leader. Styles still your leader. White flag's gonna fly next time by. Mike Held runs third, followed by Simpson, Schlesser, and Delbert. Money in the bank and drawn interest for Lyle Style. Followed by Ed Wolf the third. Those two cats will move on to the feature event. Held was third, fourth was Simpson, fifth was Schlesser. Followed by the number 8 of Delbert Disjarlis. Driving that direct networks, Robin Jarlsberg prepared, number 87, winning once again, Lyle Style, Kyle Jarlsberg out of Cambridge. Here comes your semi-feature for the Bandits, top 3. Top 3 out of this. We move on to the feature event, the rest of them. Get ready for the toy toss. Van Oski is your early leader over Tim Bristol. Oh, the 7 Waters making it 4 deep through turn 4. Ostberg going to be the odd man out in his number 4. Here comes Waters digging to the inside, beating on Tiffany. Waters working over Tiffany Disjarlis. Bristol on the inside of Jake the Snake for the lead. Oh, Axel gets into the 3 once again, resuming his personal battle with her. Watch that battle going into turn number 3. Matt Ryder way high. Boyce trying to push the issue in the middle. Okay, they're safe now for the moment. Bristol is your leader over the 22. Van Oski trying to hold off the 7 for the final transfer spot. Waters weasels right up on the inside. Oh, Tiffany, look out! Oh, my. Tiffany and Brittany almost had a little meeting. Seven laps will be in this time by with 5 to go. Kyle Waters looking to work on the 22 of Ryan Hart for second. Tim Bristol is still your leader. the track goes Hart. Look out, Ostberg around. Boom! Brittany Boyce with no place to go but right into the front end of Ostberg. Looks like we got a little bumper down there. Let's see how many don't run it over. There's one. There's two. Did we get 3 of them over it? 7 laps are officially in, 5 more to go. Five more laps to go, top 3 move on. Tim Bristol is your leader. Okay, Kit. Kaylee Hermiles. 5 laps to go, top 3 move on. Here we go, back to racing. Etzel looks to the inside of Anoski for 4th. Keep an eye on that red and blue number 2. Etzel's on the outside looking in the feature field. He's got to move up 1 more spot if he wants to keep racing tonight. Top 3 move on, the rest of them do whatever Bandit drivers do when they're not racing. Waters sits safely in that 3rd spot. Etzel trying to close in rapidly. 2 more to go. Prime Real Estate for 3rd. Surrender flag's gonna fly. 1 to go. Waters still holds on to 3rd. Bristol is your leader. Hart trying to work on him. Meanwhile, the number 2 right in there. Here comes Boyce trying to make a late race charge. Your winner's going to be Bristol, followed by Hart, Waters, Etzel, Boyce, and Bisbee. Tiffany around out of 4. Coming home, your winner is the semi-feature driving the best ceilings and studs. Fox Music number 71. Out of Watertown, Tim Bristol. Hart, along with Waters and Bristol, all move on to the feature event for the Bandits. It is now intermission time here at Columbus 151 Speedway. Right off the bat, here's what I want you to do. Get out those 50-50 raffle tickets. Here we go for 18. Kerrigan's your leader over the 21, Rodney Mott. Kevin Dreamweaver runs 3rd. Weaver goes to the inside of Mont for 2nd. Mont trying to slam the door. Mont gets slammed by Crazy Kevin. Beating on each other. High roller, Rory Patfield. Well, I'm not going to go to the inside that time. The 9 gets into the 21 again. Side by side, they go for 2nd. Bouncing off each other like they're inside a pinball machine. Ashley Smith is up to 6th. Smith way loose that time out of turn number 2. Bleeker moves into 6th. Now battles for 5th. 4 wide coming out of 4. Look out down the front chute. A 48 up into the wall. Yellow flag is out. Yellow's out for the spinning number 48 after 4 wide conditions out of turn number 4. Gary phone book, winners of your 50-50 raffle drawing. That reminds me. Cheer in, 13 more to go. Here we go once again. Tina Ramsey pulls it to the infield at car number 98. Weaver, all over. Weaver, just about around. Don't rock the boat, baby. Here comes Bleecker. Candy by the doorstep on the outside. Bleecker running second. Sean Shield trying to break into the top 5 in car number 8. Your new leader at the halfway point is Bleecker over Kerrigan, Weaver, Patfield, and Shield. Weaver, all out of shape, bouncing like a baby buggy. Kerrigan holding off Patfield for second, kicking up a little dust through 1 and 2. Shield moves into 4th. It's all Bleecker with 6 to go. Oh my! Stacking them up into turn number 4. Uh-oh! Kevin Weaver not very happy with somebody. Rodney Mont, I do believe, is the guy. Rodney will go to the trunk. The 9 of Weaver will go back to the pit area for the rest of this one. Rodney with a little bit of a crinkled hood. And Rodney falls out of the tail field. Boy, the way he took care of the number 9. You know, the Packers are looking for a new punter. Or somebody to be a pretty good punter for him. Rodney should maybe check into the field. Shield and Stracy. Here we go for 6. DiStefano in his little silver number 2 moves into 7th. Sean Shield goes to the outside of Rory Patfield. Rory trying to sneak up on the inside of Linda Kerrigan. Shield working the outside for 3rd. Cody doing a fine job in 5th. Patfield moves into 2nd. Shields on the outside of Kerrigan. Stracy trying to push the envelope in car number 32. Bristol slightly loose over in 4. 3 laps to go this time by. Stracy gets a little crossed up to 3 and 4. DiStefano trying to put the 2 on the scoreboard. Here comes Stracy to the inside of Carroll. Look out! Oh, up into the wall! Oh, look out! Tina Remzik, no place to go out of turn number 4. Stracy, Kerrigan, and Ryan DiStefano up into the wall. Tina Remzik out of turn number 4, couldn't get to the inside. Linda Kerrigan a little shook up in car number 5. More towing going to come to the scene. Once again, kids and all the fans, stay away from the fence here on the front chute, please. Away from the fence on the front chute. Laps are in, 3 more to go. Precautionary measures for Linda Kerrigan, a little shaken up down here on the front chute. Bleeker will be your leader. Next event up will be your 20-lap hobby stock feature event following the final 3 laps of this one. And giving Linda a little help out of her number 5 is our EMTs here at Columbus 151 Speedway. Linda will go into the ambulance. Moore's Towing going to take the number 2 of DiStefano off the track along with the 5 machine. Once again, coming up next Friday night, time trials at 6:30. All late model street stocks, hobby stocks, bandits, and the backup races. It's the Dick Moore Memorial in Victory Lane with the number 24 of Jeff Gordon after the Daytona 500. Big one. Lead them for 3 more laps, and we're going back to racing. Ziegler lets him loose. Bleeker starting to walk away once again. Shield trying to, oh, look out! Stracy gets into Jan. A lot of sparks from underneath the X car. The 23 moves on. White flag is out, 1 to go. Rory trying to hold on to second. Kyle Smith is fourth, followed by Kyle Riedner. Your winner in car number 98 is Bleeker, followed by Patfield, Shield, Smith, and Riedner. Coming home your winner of tonight's Sharps by Miller. Feature event for the Bandits. Driving the Watertown Laundry and Video. J&L Tires. Briggs & Stratton Power Products, number 98, out of Watertown. It's Tom Bleeker. Let's light them up for 20. Here we go. Schultz gets the hole shot. Hebel working the inside of Storkson for second. Tyler Schultz out of Columbus is your leader. Storkson runs second. Mike's up the track slightly. Dirt tracks it out of 4. Jimmy Robinson Jr., car number 33, works the inside of Storkson. Robinson down low, Storkson up high out of turn number 2. Schultz still your leader by 2.5 car lengths. Beth Goodwin takes it to the infield. Jim Tate Jr., your quick qualifier, breaks into the top 5. Tyler Schultz is still your leader. Brian Hebel in the A1 runs second. Keyser running fourth, trying to move up to the 33 of Robinson. Tyler still continues to lead out of turn number 2. Tate getting a little racy, trying to go to the outside of Keyser for 4th. 9 laps will be in, 11 to go. Tate's on the outside for 4th, going down the backstretch. Ashley takes a 62 to the infield. Here's Tate on the outside of Keyser for 4th. Schultz, Hebel, Robinson, Keyser, and Tate make up your top 5. They close in on some slower traffic. Newton trying to race for position with Coletta Gomes, your leaders within 6 car lengths. Good job, Nick. Nick sees him in the mirror. Also, your flag personnel getting him to go down so your leaders can get by. Tate trying to hang tough on the outside of Keyser, running out of room out of turn number 2. Tate hanging to the outside of Lincoln Keyser. It's all Tyler Schultz. Moen round 6, followed by Alan Dorn in 7th. Then it's Mike the Spike in 8th, followed by Sauer, Hartwell, and Big Tiny. Schultz up the track a little bit, out of turn number 2 that time. Here comes Robinson to the inside. Robinson running out of room for 2nd. Tate working the outside of the 27. All sorts of pros for your leader. Hebel takes him a little look out. Keyser and the 27 get together. Yellow flag is out. Yellow's out. "15 laps are in. 5 more to go in the Miller Lite 20-lap feature event for your hobby stocks. Brian Pee Wee Hebel out of Waterloo is your new leader. Schultz with problems. Looks like that right front tire went south on him in a hurry. Let's light him up. Robinson right on the rear bumper of Hebel. Out of turn number 2, they go down the backstretch. Robinson shadows the A1. Robinson drafting off the A1. Trying to look to the inside, nothing doing. Hebel cool as the other side of the pillow out of turn number 2. Robinson off loose that time, out of 4. Tate goes to the outside. Torrent trying to work on the 10 of Moen for 5th. Hebel able to move away. Robinson has Tate to the outside of him for 2nd. Keyser watches that battle running 4th. Surrender flag's gonna fly. 1 to go. Robinson holding off the 27 for 2nd. Your winner is going to be the A1 of Hebel, followed by Robinson, Tate, Keyser, Moen, Dorn, Spike. Harklow, it looked like in the 99, beating the 11 to the line of Sauer. Coming home your winner of the Miller Lite feature events for the hobby stocks. First one of the 05 season for him, driving the A1 remodeling, Mr. Fix-All. 1977 Chevy Monte Carlo. Out of Waterloo. Waterloo. Brian Pee Wee Hebel. How a nice hit for Brian Hebel. First win in the 05 season. 25 laps of racing. There we go. Bud gets the whole shot. Riedners your leader over in Weatherwax. Grant Linder in the 99 of Rohrbeck. Battle it out. Riedners on the outside. Rohrbeck down low for fifth. Rohrbeck has that fifth spot. Grant not giving up yet on the outside. Grant Riedners working the outside yet with Rohrbeck. Kyle Taylor right there. Bud Riedners your leader over Chico, Craig, Dale, and Jim. Rohrbeck gets off loose. Here goes Grant with no place to go. Grant gets jammed up out of two. Taylor working on Rohrbeck. Kyle Taylor runs fifth. Bud Riedners continues to lead over Chico. Craig Oliver is third. Then it's Dale Weatherwax. Up to six is the 19 of Schmidt. Truss trying to move into seventh in car number 4. Bud Riedners continues to lead over Chico. Weatherwax now looking to the outside of Oliver. Mad Dog Earhart pulls it to the infield. Truss on the outside. Donald moves into sixth. Truss runs sixth. Your leaders coming up on some lap traffic. 16 laps will be in this time by. 9 to go. We're going to stack up your top 5. Lamberty moves it down low in his number 1. Riedners trying to work through the traffic. Taylor moves to the inside of Weatherwax, but he's going to be boxed in and drawn out. Unless he'll slide it up in front of Weatherwax. Smooth move by the 14 of Taylor. Oh, here comes Taylor. Oh, my. Bonsai move on the 2. Kyle Taylor on a mission. Taylor holding on to third. Remzik to the infield in car number 23. It's all Bud Riedners. Oh, the 23 having problems in the infield. White flag's gonna fly. 1 to go. Your winner's gonna be the 4D Moen Riedner, followed by Chico, Kyle, Dale, Craig, Donald Trush, Anderson, Schmidt, Bishofberger, Rohrbeck, the 9 of Ward, the 30 of Lindner beats the 20 to the line by a hair. Coming home your winner of tonight's Miller Genuine Draft feature event for the Street Stocks, driving the Star Packaging, B&B Engine Rebuilders, Stoughton Tire and Auto Repair, Nelson Repair, SRRRRR Chassis, Triander Motorsports, RTS. Special thanks to Ma, Dennis and TJ, Razzle and Deb, Shaggin' Wagon out of Wanakee, the Little Wanakee Warrior, Bud Riedner. Bud Riedner climbs out of the Shaggin' Wagon. Mom and Dad are right down there with him. Here is your Miller Highlight feature event, 50 laps in length for your late models. On the pole is Scott Patrick, Bud flying around the Shaggin' Wagon, the Little Wanakee Warrior, ready to get his picture taken. Once again on the pole for this one, number 40, Scott Patrick. On the outside of him, the F-16 of John. Segler drops the leash. Wasserberger trying to get the whole shot on the 40 of Patrick. Wasserberger way high on the turn number 4. Patrick comes back on the inside. Andy Wendt runs third. Wheel to wheel, they go into turn number 3. Wasserberger with the advantage, trying to better exit out of turn number 4. He's slightly loose. Patrick is your leader. Andy Wendt watches that battle for the lead, running third. Scott Patrick's second night out in the 05 season finds himself in the lead of your Miller Highlight 50. Look out, Schultz gets loose, we're gonna jam him up. Four laps are in. 4 laps are in. Scott Patrick with the 39. Here we go. Patrick still your leader over Andy Wendt, Wasserberger, Retallick, and Gasrud. Scott Patrick still continues to lead. Scott Patrick is still your leader over Andy Wendt, Wasserberger, Retallick, and Gasrud. Everybody just trying to feel out the first half of this event. A lot of laps left. Scott Patrick still pacing the field. 20 laps will be in, 30 to go. Just about to the halfway point. Everybody pretty patient right now, but I'm figuring that's going to change with about 15 to go. The halfway point, it's still Scott Patrick. I'm thinking Mr. Wentz will start to make a little track to the outside at about lap 35 or maybe 40. Patrick's your leader over Wendt, Wasserberger, Retallick, Gasrud, Clapper, and Toma, Eckhart, and Wilkie. To go, and he went. Starting to hawk into the 40, a little bit more. Around goes the 87 of Charlesburg. Lineup looks good. The 87 of Charlesburg. Going around. Oh, the 34 of Schultz comes to a stop right in front of the 87. There he gets her fired up. To go. We're back underway. Patrick continues to lead over Andy Wentz. Andy's still looking for that first feature win of the 05 season. Patrick continues to lead over Mr. Went, Wasserberger, Retallick, and Gassrud. Here comes Jerry Eckhart making a move on the 4 of Jason Toma. Eckhart trying to work the outside for that 7th spot. Eckhart working the outside for 7th on. Toma down the back stretch are going to go. Jerry Eckhart testing the waters on the outside, saying they're mighty fine, boys. Down the back stretch, he's going to go for 6th. Eckhart trying to make a late race charge on the outside. Trying to move into 6th. Jerry working the outside. Eckhart's up to 6th. Wentz up to fifth. Now looking to the outside of Italic. Off the track a little bit is the 61. Oh, the 9 takes up the number 9 up the track a little bit in the 61, working that outside groove. So the number 9 over Italic in the 61 of Eckert will go to the trunk. Hey, you got to applaud the efforts of that 61 of Eckert, finally jumping out of the outside. Eckert, the 40-year racing veteran, getting to the outside. And then he got up to the number 9 for fourth, and Italic. Shooting into turn 1. Went taking on the outside. Wasserberger with the best view in the house. Went just about has it made. Andy Wentz, your new leader. Surrender flag's gonna fly. Johnny Wasserberger into the outside for second on turn number 2. Wasserberger flying the F16 on the outside into 3. Your winner is going to be Andy Wentz, followed by Wasserberger, Patrick Gassrud, Clapper, Toma, Wilkie, Moen, and Bishofberger. Coming home, your winner tonight's Miller Highlight Feature event for your late models in the OK Vinyl Science TNT Gentlemen's Club, King Collision, Wisconsin Steel Industries, Watertown Bowl, Pontiac Grand Prix out of Watertown. Current point leader, defending track champion, Andy Wentz. Andy's going to pull it down into the Miller Highlight Victory Lane. First feature win in the 05 season for the veteran driver out of Watertown. How a nice hand for Andy Wentz out of Watertown. First feature win of the 05 season for Andrew. Set to let them loose, and they're off. Oh, a little bump in the bang going on between Etzel and Dave Moore. Wayne Huck trying to hold on to the lead. Wachuda gets by car number 39. flag's going to come out for a spring on the track. The 87 will stay on the lead lap. Yellow flag is out. Don't want that spring coming up into the stands. Hey, but kids, I do believe immediately following this race, Mr. Andy Wendt will be giving away that feature trophy. He'll be coming across the track. Six laps to go on this one, and we are back underway. Juggy goes to the outside for second. Wayne Hook trying to hold on to fourth. The youngster trying to take it away. Wayne Hook, 83 years of age, holding on to fourth. Edsel, the youngster, out of Broadhead, trying to move into fourth. Oh, John just about dumps it around. Out of turn number 4, Edsel moves into fourth. Hook back to fifth. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Ramzik looking to the outside of the 39 of Wachuda. Ramzik with the old slingshot coming out of turn number 2. Down the back stretch, they're going to go. Ramzik has to get on the binders. Wachuda trying to hang top in the lead. Surrender flag flies. 1 to go. Old Hook going to go a lap down. Ramzik with the run on the inside, maybe, no, forget it. Randy, what are you talking about? Wachuda leads him out of turn number 4 down the front chute. He will be your winner over Ramzik. Then it'll be Jug Her, followed by Edsel and Captain Wayne Hook. Rounding out your field was the number 11 of David Moore. Coming up, your winner of tonight's backup feature event brought to you by Ice House. Out of Brooklyn, Wisconsin, George Wachuda. Cindy's Ore House, proudly sponsoring that 1978 buck. Hey, Andy Wendt out of Watertown giving away his trophy to a youngster down here on the front chute. Oh, jumps out of the 39. I'm probably saying his name wrong. I always get George's last name wrong. I'll just call him Curious George from now on. Driving that Cindy's Ore House. Buick.